These days are some of the best I've ever lived. Not because anything extraordinary has happened in them, but because the immense sense of peacefulness that fills the hours. Days spent doing very ordinary things, like hanging the laundry on the line or baking bread, carry with them a feeling of contentment. Maybe this is what the meaning of slow living or a simple lifestyle is really about. A simple desire to recognize the beauty that surrounds us every day and to appreciate it deeply. This week, the projects have continued as the weather here has been incredibly beautiful. I found some old plastic black containers that I cleaned off and spray painted with a matte terracotta spray paint, hoping to save a little money on pots, as I will be needing quite a few for the Mediterranean look I'm working so hard to create. The fabric outside will soon all be changed out for a creamy color that offers brightness and a clean look. I found this extra large replacement hammock on Amazon for a decent price, and will link it below for those of you looking to replace your hammocks this spring. Over the weekend, I found 2 beautiful real pots for either side of the pool, and my first thought was to buy olive trees or something really special for them. But as much as I'd love to have them, I also need to do things in a cost-effective way, which I figure flowers you can't go wrong with. I grabbed a rather large bag of zinnia seeds and filled all the pots with some good potting soil. And now the seeds just need to grow, so it will be a waiting period for them to grow large enough to bloom. I've grown zinnias for years now, and I find them to be some of the easiest flowers to grow, and they make great cut flower arrangements. One of my not-so-successful ideas came earlier in the week when this faux ivy arrived. My thought was to conceal the eyesore that lay on the other side of the fence that I shared a few weeks back with you. This was to provide a temporary cover until the ivy would take over. But after putting it up, I didn't like how uniform and unnatural it looked. After messing with it for over an hour, I cut it down and then got the idea to weave branches through the lattice, and so far that seems to be working nicely. I will only need this to serve as a temporary filler, so even if the branches dry out, I can continue to add more and then hopefully remove them once the ivy reaches. It is also time for me to start my seeds for the vegetable garden, and this year I opted to try a self-watering seed starter tray. After reading so many great reviews on people sharing their successes on using them, I figured it was worth me trying. For the last 2 years I have killed so many plants I've had to fill spots in the garden with new plants purchased from the garden center. I will link the one that I'm using in the description box below if you need to start seeds and are looking for something to try. This year, I'm solely focused on our favorite things to cook and eat: eggplant, zucchini, yellow squash, tomatoes, herbs, and cucumbers. The tray is easy enough to use. After pouring the water over the pods, they've expanded. Then I was able to add seeds to them, label them, cover them, and put them in a lighted windowsill. Having a garden, though challenging, has provided a new layer of enjoyment to our home life that I could never have anticipated. Each season provides new obstacles, learning opportunities, and more beauty as the garden ages. It is here that I feel uninhibited by time, and in my calmest state. The breeze has blown through all the doors and windows most of the week, and there is nothing I enjoy more than having the windows open while baking or cooking something special. I decided to make a strawberry pie for our tea times this week. I like making this at least once a year at the start of the warmer weather. It tastes like summer to me. I will link the recipe in the description box below. I make a simple butter crust which needs to be blind baked as the filling will be chilled in the shell after. The whole berries create the most beautiful peaks in the shell, and the filling consists of water, sugar, strawberries, and a little cornstarch. From here, the pie goes into the fridge to chill for 2 hours or more, and then it is ready to be enjoyed.